Wasabi guys, welcome back to another Magic Market Watch video. For November 9th, I'm going to be honest with you all, I've always been disappointed when reviewing these market shenanigans, but this week was extra awful because it's, a week after a trend where I thought, we were heading in the right direction. We had the Brothers War influence, we had some positive influence, and very little seller manipulation of cards that we've seen all summer. This week, I swear I looked at the market trends, and they were ridiculously inflated to the point where I honestly am contemplating the future of this series. I do not want to make these videos if it's just constantly pointing out something that's never going to be fixed. People brought up before in the comment section, and I never really addressed it because I didn't used to blame this all on TCG Player, but the purchase of TCG Player by eBay means that TCG Player is answerable to shareholders. And the shareholders for eBay, they're like shareholders for Hasbro. It means that your experience doesn't really mean much of anything. You can complain, but you are expendable, you are something to be sacrificed. So if this happens to be the last market watch I do for a while, that is why. The first card we're going to talk about is, again, this is all not real market trends. This is all sellers on TCG Player scamming people, and that contributing towards the numbers you see here on the charts. So Blighted Gorge is a bad land, no one's going to play this in Commander. Listed for 25 cents for a reason. You couldn't pay me to take these from you. There's no way in hell that someone's paying 35 for them. And as you can see, here are some of the sellers. It's not even the usual suspect anymore. It's just any big seller, which is really disheartening because it's not just TCG Player. It's everyone in the secondary market that is above 10,000 plus sales. They all seem to want to screw you over. And this is a total percentage gain of almost 60,000%. So there you go. This is all the market trend. This is all the data. I wish I could talk about something positive like I did last week. A lot of great trends then. I enjoyed making that video. This may be the last one I make though. Fact or Fiction. Not just any Fact or Fiction, but this specific one from Eternal Masters. It's a good card. It's been a good card for a long time in Commander. But if you're listing this for anything more than $1, you're crazy. And if you're buying this for 17, you're even crazier. We have Winding Constrictor from Aether Revolt, another good card that's not worth $8 or $9. You can go right now and buy this on TCG Player, at least in the United States, for right around that 50-cent mark. If you could buy this at the 50-cent mark, why would you ever buy it for $8 or $9? Oh yeah, that's because TCG Player makes it easier for them to scam you. Dragonlord Ojutai, Mythic from Dragons of Tarkir. This just got reprinted in Streets of New Capenna, for crying out loud. There's no way that this is anything more than a bulk mythic at this point. Then we get Griselbrand. You know the card that is Grizzle banned in Commander? Yeah, overnight it's now a $40 market value, but you can still get it for $10. And Garruk Apex Predator, another one that shot up overnight, $21, but you can still find it for under $10. Again, not saying any of these are bad, but it's highly unlikely that overnight all of these just shot up by a ridiculous percentage. Walking Ballista, suddenly a $50 market value, but you can again still find it for under $20. The only actual gainer I can point to that's a reasonable gainer, it hasn't even gained that much, it's Peer into the Abyss. Maybe undervalued by a little bit, but as time goes on, this could get closer to a $10 card. So it getting closer to $4 I think is appropriate. I do not believe that there are any shenanigans going on with this card. Now we get to talk about some losers here. Queen Kayla Bint Krug. The Brothers War, you're going to see a lot of rares like these. Again, going into any new release of a set, rares are going to be inflated ridiculously high. I don't really see anything wrong with that. If you're willing to pay that much to get a card that early, then so be it. We have Lauren of the Third Path. I love this card. I think if you can get this dirt cheap, it's an awesome staple in mono white. You can draw cards at will. Can also be a commander option because she's a legendary creature. We have Argoth, Sanctum of Nature. This is, of course, part of the meld with Titania, Voice of Gaia. And the meld in this set is really cool. It's the one thing that I do love about it. Other than that, there's really no reason to play this card if you're not willing to play Titania. Similarly, we have the Might Stone and Weak Stone. This melds with Urza, Lord Protector, to get probably the best meld result in the whole set. And then we have Hercule, Master Wizard. Again, a lot of these are just going to go down. A lot of speculation into every set. People are willing to spend a lot more if they think they're going to get a competitive edge. Just know that most of these are not actually going to be worth $10 outside of the first week. So anyway, I know this was a quicker video and maybe not the most uplifting one, but that's just the state of Magic the Gathering. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to pretend that these are going up because of genuine interest. I would just rather stop this series altogether than to try to make up some BS excuse as to why this is happening without directly calling out sellers on TCG Player and TCG Player the company. So if I make one for next week, I'll see you then. If not, I'll just move on to something else. I really would rather just not make this series if it's like this week, because that's how bad it was. Try to have a good day. I'll see you guys next time.